ask you something there, Boner Enforcer. I hear when you talk on the radio, you got this really deep voice and shit. But when you take your little perverted videos of the painted women in New York, you sound like a rat, Bob. Can we call you Rat? That's what it is.
If you ask him nice enough, he'll show you where his 2 Utica Avenue, Brooklyn videos are on his channel.
Oh my God, he's sitting there taking a video of the painted women in New York City. And he sounds like a rat. Oh my God, bro, you gotta come on with CG radio with the voice changer. Holy crap, bro.
I'm gonna break your heart. A couple of those painted women are not women at all. Look again.
Yeah, they got it tucked under, right? He loves that crap.
Listen to me. Those are his kind of bitches. Look again. If you have to, blow it up.
Yeah, Rat Enforcer, he's not looking for camel toe. He's looking for that little sausage in between the legs.
You ain't gotta be a cop to tell you there's a couple of trans-testicle painted up bikinis with dicks in that bikini.
Just ask anyone out here when you cross anyone from the lower deck. Ask Richie. Ask Richie what happened to him last Friday. Actually, last week when he was laid out in front of McDonald's, out cold for the count. Ask Cracky what happens when you cross any cat from the lower deck.
Yeah, you hear 2-5 blow. He crossed Richie and he went and knocked Richie out. You hear it. You hear what happens when you cross the fags in the Lower East Side. You hear it, boys and girls. Woo! Hey, we're waiting for your Utica Avenue videos, Mr. Enforskin. Don't rub it too strong, man. You might... Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going back to sleep.
Can we call you Rat Enforcer now, Mr. 5 watts is all I got. 5 watts is all I need. Yeah, you got videos of one radio is 40 watts and one is 9 watts. Who's the bigger bullshitter, Rat Enforcer? With the voice changer. Sound like a little rat.
I like his new story he just made up, that he came to Utica Avenue and knocked me out. That when you cross one of those 3 Marys on the Lower East Side, you're going to be laid out on the sidewalk. Mr. Enforcer, shame on you.
Well, if you look at the videos, case in point, evidence is all there. You got the Rat Enforcer, and you got RB, Richie's bitch, a.k.a. CK, and the only videos they got is of Richie. They follow Richie around, they take videos of Richie by where he lives and shit. I think they just want to meet up with Richie to bend over, if you know what I mean. Is that right, Rat Enforcer? Can you answer one question, Rat Enforcer?
Enforcer can't hear you. He's waking up from that dream where he came to Utica and he knocked Richie out. Thank God for the video gate.
Yeah, he really does sound like crap. If you get a few miles on both their asses. And I thought they had something special. I know CK, well, I know RB, Richie's been out on that radio show. There, I figured he have, you know, he's got decent radios there, but he sounds like shit, bro. He said he got some wire hanging on the back of his shows.
That's not the radio. That's him naturally. That's his voice, his brain, his sound like shit body. Yo, you got his attention now. I'm going back to sleep. You're holding the wall sound king, the most talked about ambient fear 250 came at night.
Go to sleep. You notice that? Morning, noon, and night. That's all you hear from Crocky. He's going to sleep. Yeah, because he got laid the fuck out last week in front of McDonald's. Now he's embarrassed.
Maybe you should ask him who laid Richie out.
Fucking punk bitch.
He has fantasies of laying down with Richie.
I know you should take notice that Richie got laid out last week. Laid the fuck out cold in front of McDonald's.
Makes you run for the manly. when you really sound like a rat.
That's it. I'm going back to sleep. Why? Because I can.
Gives up people's government. That's the only rat out there.
I mean...
Oh, it's not you. It's not your photos. It's not your name. Listen to you pleading with the public and telling them the truth. You got punked.
And he's talking. And he doesn't sound anything like he sounds on the radio. He sounds like a little Mickey Mouse rat.
He wanted to play the exposure game. I politely and eloquently didn't say a word. I just demonstrate how it's really done.
You didn't demonstrate anything. You demonstrated how to get out of the fuck out.
Audio studio mic. He was using a striker, either the 447 or the other one. One is 40 watts, one is not.
I gotta go play with thumbnails. I'll be back.
2 or 5 watts. And when you drive like 3 or 4 miles away,
I'm gonna go play with the thumbnails.
you got this wire hanging off his balcony. You think he's like doing something really technical and shit.
You should be playing with
I just want to know, and which he still hasn't answered me, cause unless I just can't hear him anymore. But yeah, I just want to know, why you trying to sound all manly here with all your videos? You really sound like a little Mickey Mouse.
He's been here for years. As a matter of fact, I know him since he was a young kid in the 90s when I set up his first base station at 11 years old. The king is clear.
So, can we put something else there?
You don't like pussy, Captain Crunch. You a fucking homo.
Oh, I beg to differ. I know Captain Crunch admires pussy. He's even really fond of mine.
Oh, that before he got his first badge when he was 13?
Come on, Crunch. Tell him how them girls look at the CB shop, Crunch.
Was it? He was Joe Pistone's partner.
He can say what he wants. His little rat enforcer there can say what he wants. He was out there in his own videos. He talks about everybody else bullshitting and lying. He's talking about 25 watts, 240 watts, or 90 watts.
High school.
He's trying to sound like a man where he really sounds like Mickey Mouse. Not the old Mickey Mouse, the new one. The really old one. That really first one looks like a rat. That's what he sounds like. Little Mickey Mouse rat. I think his new handle, we got a new handle for CK, it's RB, Richie's Bits. I think Bone Enforcer there, whatever the hell his handle is, we'll call him Rat Enforcer from now on.
Well, I think it's excellent for the public to hear the same video gate he hears and the same one sentence that he hears, and then for the public hear him come out here and tell you a 3-chapter story with intricate detail about that one measly sentence.
Crackhead got laid out, that's all I know. Last week he got knocked the fuck out, laid out in front of McDonald's.
So if somebody calls somebody and said, I heard you were sleeping on the sidewalk, and right now that becomes knocked out to you. All right, we feel you.
No, he got stupid with someone, he got knocked the fuck out.
The evidence is there, though. It's crackhead, everything else. Soliciting on their own video channels, and the Rat Enforcer there. All their videos about Richie. They're even stalking Richie, going around where he lives, taking videos of him and stuff.
No, he's soliciting.
Not on the Truckers channel, which is mostly men. So come on. Just fess up there, Bone Enforcer. Mr. RB, just fess up over there, okay? Tell Richie you just want to bend over in front of him. This guy's a homo. That Captain Crunch is definitely a fucking homo. All he's talking about is bone, dick, and what the fuck is going on out here? I think Captain Crunch is Richie's undercover girlfriend.
I think Captain Crunch has been listening to too many 2-5 below video gates there.
Undercover homo.
I'm the undercover homo? Bro, all your videos are about Richie. And you're on a Truckers channel talking all homo shit and shit like that, bro. Come on, wake up. People aren't that stupid here, right? You go to your video game channel.
Channel 19's great again. Oh, yeah.
He's not homosexual, bro, so just... For Richie's bed. 46. You really gotta get over it. He's not homosexual. He doesn't want you. Just leave him alone, okay?
Just leave him alone. He's my boyfriend. Don't bother Richie. You got Captain Crunch. Richie is my boyfriend. Leave him alone. You fucking homo.
Oh, did you just turn your homo enhancer on? Because that's what you really sound like on your video. You really sound like that, bro. You sound like little Mickey Mouse. And you will take it of the painted girl of New York City. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Really?
That's some gay shit. You know what? They're feeling.
Mr. Enforcer videotapes Adam's apples and Dick's wearing bikinis and colored feathers. Uh-oh.
What's gay is you got all these videos of Richie, bro. You come here every day.
I got videos of Richie.
You don't want it, bro. Leave him alone. Stop bothering him. You even live next to each other. I know where you guys live. It's not on the video out. You can circle people out and then call people out. You two are right next to each other. Most of you got video games of Richie. So yeah, just leave him alone, bro. He doesn't want anybody. He's got a girlfriend, okay? So put the shit down.
Well, the NYC Radio Wars playlist clearly showed that they got kicked off every other channel, 31, 40, 19, 22. So they got to stay where they believe they're safe and they can get it off. Now, the more you guys stay silent, the more they do it. But, hey, it looks like Channel 19 is getting great again and almost back to normal.
If he keeps his bullshit up, he'll get knocked out again. That's the bottom line. He'll be laid out again, sleeping in front of McDonald's.
Fantasies, delusions, and hopeful dreams.
And munch, because you like munching on Bozak. That's Captain Munch. He's a muncher. That's Captain Munch.
You can say what you want, but, you know, the facts are out there. I did a little checking, and yeah, you know what? You and Richie's bitch, a.k.a. CK, RB, you both are gay, you both live next to each other, and you're both trying to get Richie. But Richie's not homosexual, so just leave him alone, okay? Nobody cares what he does but you. This is a trucker's town, okay? Truckers out here look for information, we're not looking for any two gay men to come out taking videos of some guy stalking them on the videos. Come on, bro. Taking perverted videos of the women in New York. Please, bro. Oh, not only that, with the rat enforcer, with this audio enhancing Times Square. Audio set up there. What do you got, a Shure microphone? What do you use there? And you really sound like the rat. That's what they do for Mickey Mouse. You know with a really long nose. That's what you sound like. Bodysuits. Don't watch.
Hold on, I gotta beg to differ there. A lot of people out here care very much if I do their radio right when they give it to me. So there are some guys out here that care about what Richie does, other than those two clowns. You're king of New York City.
Who's bragging about it? Who's bragging about your work?
Exactly, nobody is.
Well, with guys like Triple Tree Dildo running around and Enforcer 250 and Cupcake that are too scared for Richie, make up stories about Richie, which they were the one piling around. Richie was doing their hardcore drugs. They're instructed not to say anything. And hey, we're all having a good time with it, especially y'all not knowing. Give me your name. What's your name? What's your name? Yo, identify yourself.
Those are the only dick lickers that might say they did, Richie did their radio. The dick lickers.
Niggas up over 19, they ain't gonna be able to talk. We start out go to the park and take pictures of little boys.
Nobody ever brag about Richie's work out here. No one. Unless they're one of Richie's dick lickers.
They don't have to brag. They got you telling them how good they sound.
People, first of all, I got complaints. I heard complaints on the channel. That's number one. Number two, the ones that any few that did have.
Hey yo, you hear how he's starting off? I heard. It's always what he hears. How come we don't hear this?
They tear Richie up on 37. They be going on, Richie goes on 37 every day, every hour, 37 minutes after the hour, and begging for the dollar van to come to his crib. Is anybody looking for me? That shit sounds so funny.
Well, it's only fair. I moved them off channel 30. They're so close to me. I downpin all their radios, so yeah, they get to hear my voice for 1 minute out of the day on their frequency. It's a beautiful arrangement. It makes me a lot of money. It keeps them happy, keeps me happy, keeps the whole world happy. It seems to upset you very much now. Ooh.
$5 just to wire up a mic when everyone else do it for $5.
Yeah, but they gotta spend $30 in gas and 2 hours out of their day of making money to go spend that $5. So who's better?
This clown ass wants to charge you $15 to wire a mic, and then he makes you can't come into his so-called CB hole in the floor, his so-called radio repair shop, because he don't have a repair shop. He don't have a repair.
First he's flipping out that the dollar vans and the taxis are keeping me alive and not going to the Bronx. And now he's saying I ain't got, I'm not good at what I do, I ain't got a shop. First thing a shop needs is one, a qualified technician who knows how to perform the deeds and do the repairs. Second, it needs to have a name. I think I got both. Oh, and a long history of a name behind all of that. You're king of New York, goddamn.
The Delta Electronics in the Bronx, you go to PM Electronics on the island, Long Island. You don't go to a crackhead.
How about you, Richie Radio? Hey, Richie Radio, Fox Hunter on top of this big old bridge, goddamn.
10-4, Fox Hunter 1727 in the video gate, and that's what I do out here. Cracking heads, cracking speakers, cracking manhoods, and receive. Didn't get to crack no jaws yet. Nobody moved, nobody got hurt, and that's the way it'll stay.
Hello, Richie Radio. Hey, Richie Radio. Fox Hunter. Oh, Fox Hunter on top of this big old bridge, goddamn, right there.
Yeah, you getting down on that bridge, man. You getting down on that bridge. 1757 in the gate.
Foxy, Foxy, Foxy.
Definitely my squad over here in Liberty State Park in the mobile. Knock the fuck out in front of McDonald's. Ask him.
Hey, Foxy, Captain Crunch said you making it to Liberty State Park. Well, if Boston's dreaming again, he knocked me out. Okay, I'm back in my cut.
Oh, Fox Hunter told you that.
That's why you ain't covered that. You're doing like a 20 plus over here right now.
Well, what can I say?
So if you feel sorry for the crackhead, go give him a chicken burger or something. Make him happy.
When they roll with me, they know Richie's anything but a crackhead. Uh-oh. The difference in the ones who do and don't.
Check Consumer Affairs about his shop. I should have been like, who?
Yeah, you call up Consumer Affairs, like Richie, Brooklyn Repair Shop. It don't exist. Where's this at?
I think Rat Enforcer, you need to get a better 5-watt radio. Everybody's separate on here. No such thing.
Think what you were trying to say, 333 is the Better Business Bureau, 333. Think you were trying to say if there's any complaints attached to Richie Radio Control, Nemesis Radio, or Lake Wheel CB Shop through the BBB. I'm clear.
You gotta have a legitimate business in order for the Better Business Bureau to check you out. You have to have an actual business, an establishment. That's something you don't have, Cracky. You have a hole in the floor you call a CB shop. So if that's the case, everyone that has the hobby that's into radio could say they have a CB shop. You're a joke, man.
Yeah, but I don't sound like the joke out here. I'm not making up stories. I'm not telling lies. I'm not saying I got videos I can't show and prove. I'm not the one begging other people to help me finish a fight I started. I'll be the joke all you want.
Well, you can tell Rat Enforcer doesn't know what he's talking about because you got people like Gatekeeper, Danny, No Name Amps. They work in their basements, and those are some top technicians. So you definitely don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you really care. I think you just want to bless Richie because he don't want to go out with you. I mean, you got all these videos of Richie and shit. It just shows you're a disgruntled gay man who trying to go out with somebody who's not gay. I mean, come on, Rat Enforcer. I mean, you even change your voice. You put your voice back to the way it was. You sound like a little rat mouse. And maybe you'll get somebody else that's gay. But, you know, if he's not gay, bro, stop taking videos of him. Stop following him around. And do yourself a favor. Stop taking those perverted videos of the painted women in New York. I know what you're looking for, and I know you're not looking for calico. I know you're looking for the little sausage truck between the legs there. You heard that, AC?
Yo, man, a couple of those women in that video are not women at all. Look again, dude. I told you the man's a homo. And what he don't like the most, Captain Crunch, is those guys you mentioned, those other techs and, you know, these other decent guys. All those other guys can tell you is, man, I hear a whole bunch of shit about Richie. I always have. But I can only judge Richie on what he demonstrates, shows, and proves out there. And all I can say is Richie's good at what he does. On the mic and off the mic. And that bothers them very, very much.
Then see Richie laid out with a slice of pizza in the rat back there.
Hey, Triple, you seen that video, right? I did.
Nah, I haven't seen it, but I'll probably check it later. I'll be too busy sometimes.
No, but you know what I'm talking about. The Times Square, the women with the body paint.
Yeah, check that out, bro. He sounds like a little rat mouse in his real voice.
Yeah, all these fucking...
When y'all look at that video, see how many of those painted women in bikinis are actually men. If you gotta blow it up and pay attention to the crotch section, be my guest. You're king of New York, Bakwa.
Maybe he doesn't like girls. He got Richie, so he's defending him.
Exactly. Leave Richie alone, I'm Captain Crunch. Leave Richie alone. Don't hurt him.
Oh.
Captain Crunch is not worried about anybody out here hurting me, and neither is anybody out here listening.
Every day here, bro, Richie. Come on, bro. It's obvious, bro. It's obvious you're a gay fucker. Listen, Jerry, you're trying to enhance your voice. You sound a little manly, but you pop out these real videos. You sound like a fucking Mickey Mouse rat. I mean, come on, bro. It's obvious. You're just mad because people get along with Richie and Richie don't want you. Okay? Take some more videos of Richie, will you?
Richie's lover. You sound like Richie's lover, man. How long you had a relationship with Richie?
I don't have a relationship with Richie, but you and CK, a.k.a. RB, Richie's bitch. That's his New Jersey nickname, Richie's bitch. But yeah, you two are really pathetic. That's all you do is come on this truckers channel. All you do is down truckers every day trying to clear the channel so you can talk to Richie and get a video of him. I never seen you miserable. You want him. I see your videos of you stalking him at Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, wherever it was. Come on, bro. Let's face facts. You're gay. He's not gay. He doesn't want you. Stop stalking him. Leave him alone.
Oh, snap. Truth and justice at its finest. 2419.
Got a man defending him. Richie? Your bitch defending you, Richie?
Well, that man is just voicing how I got two bitches who badly want a relationship with me. So if the men out here are pointing out that there's two asphyxiated bitches on the channel, you know, who am I to deny them their justified truth or their revelation of vision?
Leave Richie alone, bro. Why don't you and, well, maybe you already do, but why don't you and Richie's bitch get together since you live so close? You're probably within walking distance of each other.
They don't hear it or see it the way the community out here does, so better for us.
McDonald's, did that hurt your feelings, Captain Munch?
I really don't know what happened there. It really doesn't matter to me. You know, I don't know what you want me to say, bro. I'm not like that, but I just come out here and listen to you. And really, I just came out here to ask you a question, which you never really answered. Why do you use a voice enhancer when you really sound like a little rat mouse? You still haven't answered me that.
So you're telling me, Captain Munch, you officially came out the closet because you're protecting your boyfriend? Leave Richie alone. I'm Captain Munch. Don't hurt him. Well, you're feeling for Cracky because he got laid out in front of McDonald's last week, so that's why you're coming out the closet?
Let me ask you something. Did you vote for Hillary because you just changed the subject? You can't answer the question. Answer the question, bro. Why do you use a voice enhancer when you sound like a little rat mouse? That's all I want to know. And why do you call everybody out here a liar when you say you're running 5 watts and the 2 radios I saw in your radio, one was 40 watts and one was 9 watts? So, you know, the bullshit is in the proof. And stupid asses usually fuck themselves, and you make your own videos of you looking stupid. So, you know, just answer my question, bro. Why do you use a voice enhancer to make yourself sound like a man when you really sound like a little rat mouse?
I just want to say, his own 2 lips fuck him harder than I ever did.
So you're saying, hey, Captain Munch, I'm using a voice enhancer? It's called a studio mic, you fucking retard.
I know what it's called, bro. And you're not really worth it, okay? But you still didn't answer the question, bro. Why are you trying to use a voice enhancer on the TV when you sound like a rat mouse? And you're a little pervert. You're there taking videos of the painted women in New York, and you're not looking for camel toe, you're looking for that little sausage tucked in between the legs, right? Come on, bro, it's in the video.
He got you there, Squiggy. Nobody else out here is making video games of transgenders. Boy.
Hello, you got Captain Munch. I'm in Sea Caucus. Is any men out there?
I guess what Captain Crunch tried to ask you is, why you sound like that, man? Why your voice sound like that?
Leave him alone. Leave him.
He still can't answer the question. He still cannot answer a simple question.
Captain Munch.
Well, the NYC Radio Wars playlist, the Big Money Here playlist, and the Enforcer 250 playlist showed him why he should never ever answer any questions again.
You see his paint on him, and if you then don't look at it. If you're offended because you're a homo bromo, that's not my problem. What did you want me to put? The fucking naked cow?
He's not offended. He's turned on by it, and he's coming clean. He just admitted, I know they were men in drag.
He'll be his fucking, his sidekick.
Yeah, the naked crackhead and Captain Munch, the homo. They could be there with a guitar playing. You got Richie on the fucking white buckets. Yeah, dog, I got 4 badges. I'm king of New York. Then you have Captain Munch next to him. Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? You got Captain Munch and Sea Caucus. Hello? You fucking
Listen to him. It sounded like he turned some audio on. He's trying awfully hard. He's trying.
You got him hot and horny, dude.
For using a voice changer, now I turned up my audio. What the fuck?
He's trying hot and heavy now. He got it turned up now, but it ain't doing shit.
Hello, come in. You got Captain Munch. Is any men out there? Hello. Don't hurt Richie. Richie's my boyfriend.
His true colors come out. His true colors come out when he says certain words or tries to do that manly imitation.
You a fucking bitch.
Well, he's a gay man and he's trying to be a real man. That's all it is. He's just a gay man trying to be a real man. And he got nobody else to pick on but little Richie. Probably even move close to you. I see that CK and RB, they live right next to each other. And I think they're trying to get his close to you as they can because they just love you, Richie. I understand the gay movement and LBGTQET, FUCK and all that shit, but really, come on, leave the guy alone already, okay? Stop making excuses. He doesn't want you, bro. Leave him alone. Stop making videos of him. Stop stalking him.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, dude. 3 years behind a pizzeria counter on St. Mark's and 2nd. A couple of years dating some nutty fucking cunt. And my daddy above, with what they showed me about these kind, how many different ways they cannot hide, how you can show them they cannot hide. All you gotta do is pay close attention. Something not too many do out here, but I'm telling you, those kind can't hide. Watch when he speaks certain words, dude.
Hello, I'm in Sea Caucus. You
He don't even know I'm not even in Sea Caucus. I don't understand him. I don't think he cares. I think he just wants to talk. He just wants to make himself heard. Because on his videos, like when he's bothering truck drivers and stuff like that, all you hear him say is crud, crud. That's because he just wants to hear himself on his own radio, crushing people. But you don't even have a right setup. Because if you have a right setup, you got talkback going on where you can hear yourself getting stepped on and shit. But he's like halfway there. But that's okay. You gotta understand that from stupid people.
Even funnier is him swearing he's a fag that lived in the Beast Village for decades, and yet he swears that in Desperately Seeking Susan, the big pizzeria on St. Mark's with the big Cinzano umbrellas is not real, man. That establishment was never there. Pizzazz Pizzeria was never outside the St. Mark's movie theater, the side doors. Your king is clear.
Acting?
Oh yeah, big time. He's slow. He's definitely slow.
Tell you one thing, both need to get up better radios or the antenna set up because they're really not that great. I mean, they sound okay by where I work in Sea Caucus because I'm kind of like closer to them, but yeah, you drive a few miles away and they're getting stepped on left and right.
Is the sound quality better when they out of your 7 and 8, 9 zone, or does it get worse as it gets lower?
Jersey and my signal is
Well, that little rat enforcer there, when he puts up his power and he gets all gay upset and stuff like that, he's overmodulated, definitely. And CK, he just stole the radio, so he don't even know what he's doing.
Well, do I sound better or worse when I'm in your radio or not in your radio? Like my sound quality from when I'm banging you 7-9 to when I'm doing a 1-3. Is there any kind of sound quality difference?
This guy is definitely
It still sounds the same. You sound clear all the time. I mean, you're not trying. You're just doing. So there's a difference there.
Okay, I appreciate it. So you're saying that I transmit with really excellent efficiency and on-frequency radios. Okay, all right. Me and my 50-year-old stock mic is clear.
no one gives a shit about
Yeah, that's what I mean. This guy got to use the $200. What is his name again? Rat enforcer. You got to use this $200 audio enhancer to try himself, make himself sound better. I mean, you got to fix your antenna in first there, buddy. But yeah, and he's overmodulated. I mean, they really have no clue. They try, but they have no clue. And they got good radios. But yeah, he's using a $200 audio setup, at least $200. That's for the basic. And yeah, he sounds like crap. And then you just like drive 4 or 5 miles away, you can't even hear him.
Well, he's screaming and yelling at you that it's not 200. It's a $350 Sendica, Studica, whatever. And he's just really, really mad that, you know, his $350 studio mic doesn't sound anything like my 50-year-old Courier CMM-1 stock mic.
You got that right, Bracky. $350.
Yeah, copy that. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's got to show off the price. So he says $350, so it's probably worth half of that, probably $100. He got the cheapest one, so yeah.
I don't know. He's going really crazy out there, and he's really huffy and puffy right now. So I'm gonna take a pause for the cause there, Crunch. I think he's trying to tell you something.
Oh yeah, Richie jumping up and down because he got his girlfriend cheering for him.
Yeah, Enforcer don't have anything to tell me. It's all in the videos. He's gay, he's a stalker, he's a pervert, he's a bullshitter. There's nothing more you need to know. It's all on his own videos.
I'm going back to sleep. Yeah, that's all you hear from Cracky.
He's right. I did say about an hour and a half ago I was going back to sleep, but why when I can have this much fun and my radio work makes it able for me to sit on the radio and have fun?
Hey, Triple, then he admits yesterday, Cracky admits that when he hears me out there, he gets what does he say, he gets a hard on? He gets turned on almost as much as when he's with his wife, Sade.
Does that turn you on, man, Enforcer? Is that why you keep trying to stalk him? He really doesn't mean it, bro. He's probably just busting your balls. You just said he's got a girlfriend. Leave him alone. Stop stalking the bro. All your videos about Richie, bro, you can see. You got something for him, bro. Have a prayer for him. Maybe you're going to go and kill him because he doesn't want you or something. I mean, come on, bro. Leave him alone.
Nah, what's got him bent out of shape is that he feels or believes he's some kind of battle or competition for me out here. And he flipped out at the remark that I said to him, sometimes the thought of you makes me as exhilarated of the thought of my soon-to-be wife. In other words, I hold beating him down as high on that level as I do as being as happy to marry her. I think he's got it all fucked up in his fag brain, and he did not understand the ramification of the statement at all. He's too easy and too naive. The King of New York.
The only time Richie get knocked out if he comes at me sideways.
He's telling you about how he's going to knock Richie out if Richie ever comes to finish the fight that 2-5 below started. Listen to his fantasy out here. Hey, at least he's hanging on to something that's half real.
See, Richie only gets tough with bums on the street, bums like himself, you know, where he could tell people, look, just look at...
All right, let me handle this.
When he's ratting out a fellow bum on the street, and he's, the guy's clearly telling Richie he's a rat. Hey, Richie, look what you're doing, man. Hey, Richie, where's your badges? Richie, show me your badges. No, dog, I'm suspended without pay. I don't have any. You fucking snitch, bitch. See, that's a rat right there. Crackhead 127 is a rat.
So am I clear to understand you're telling the public that you came to Richie's sidewalk and you're mad because he didn't get tough with you?
She is a rat.
Is that what I'm clear to understand?
On the street that hang out in front of McDonald's with you. You a rat bastard, Cracky. That's the bottom line. You have no badges, you no cop. You're just a fucking waste of a load, a convicted felon. That's all you are. You got a criminal record. How the fuck you gonna be a cop, you stupid bitch?
Mr. Enforcer, you don't know anything about the world of undercover work. But Mr. Enforcer, am I clear to understand that you are really irate that you came to Richie's sidewalk and Richie didn't get tough with you? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Beat on is a woman, and a woman in a time in her life where she wasn't at her best. All right, I'm not going to elaborate, but that's a piece of shit that takes advantage of a female, all right, and beats her to the point where she's in a coma. He couldn't do that to a man. The only one he ever pounded out in his life was a fucking female, because he's a bitch. That's what a coward does. He'll beat on women.
Mr. Enforcer, I really need you to elaborate in detail. It makes it all better for the video where you're hysterical crying to everybody out here to please give you some information on me. I want you to explain in detail, son. I want you to shed your first-hand knowledge, what your eyes witnessed and your ears saw at that moment. I need you doing that, son. I encourage that. Don't ever think I get mad at that.
Hey, is that RB out there? Is that RB? Richie Switch, a.k.a. CK? You still out there? Holy shit, bro. You really need to steal another radio, because I haven't heard you out there. You must be getting stepped on left and right, bro.
Don't you know stars and excellent undercover cops become made by being excellent at perpetrating their fraud? Mr. Enforcer, you're very bad at what you do.
Holy crap, RB, you are still out there. Holy shit, baller. Please do me a favor, get another radio. Get something a little better, I guess. What happened? Maybe Law Enforcement gave you that radio, I don't know.
Take the clothespin from your nose. Take the clothespin from your nose, Pee-wee.
What'd you say, CK? Oh, I'm sorry, RB. What'd you say, RB? We got a new handle for you, CK. We call you over here on the Jersey side. We call you RB, Richie's bitch. All right? Got all those videos.
Just for the record, Tri-State, anybody in the sound of my voice, it is being declared that CK-187 Headbanger 45 cal on the highways and the New Jersey side of the receive is being referred to as RB. CK's new name is RB for Richie's bitch.
You getting emotional over that little crackhead piece of shit?
No, I'm really just tired of your gay shit. You know, you're bothering somebody who's not homosexual. I mean, we understand it because you're on the Chuckers channel, you know. Maybe you need to get a voice enhancer like Rat Enforcer there, because he sounds like a little rat Mickey Mouse without his audio enhancer. Maybe you can get one too. Maybe make yourself sound a little better or something.
That's retarded. This dude definitely ain't the sharpest one on the deck. This motherfucker's slow. Pee-wee. Hey, Pee-wee, get the clothespin. He knows.
Enforcer feels defeated and tapped out and banged Cupcake into the ring.
Yeah, Pee-wee, get the clothespin from your nose.
Do you like your new handle, RB? Can we, I mean, if you want, even on your video.
He gets emotional. He gets emotional for the crack. And they call it crackhead love. Little Pee-wee's in love with Richie. Little Pee-wee.
Somebody there, Rat Enforcer. Usually men hang with men and people hang with gay people. Hey, what do you live, you live a stone's throw away from your boyfriend there, Rat Enforcer. And I'm sure you're trying to get a threesome with Richie there, because I don't know what your guy's problem is. All your videos of all Richie. Tell the truth, bro. We all know the facts. The facts are there, RB.
Pee-wee, he's saying leave his little cracky alone. Little Pee-wee